Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rifatul Salma Nabila from TBI 5B. Today, I'm going to present my final test in statistics course. This is about two research cases, namely experimental and correlation. The first is experimental research case. The research title is The Effectiveness of Code Switching on Student Reading Comprehension. An English teacher conducted an experimental research to examine the effectiveness of code switching on student reading comprehension. The study involved two groups of 11th grade students. Group A was the experimental group taught using code switching, while Group B was the control group taught using English-only instruction. At the end of the treatment, both groups were given a reading comprehension test and the score results were analyzed. Uh, in this case, code switching is independent variable and student reading comprehension is the dependent variable. The research problem: is there a significant difference in student reading comprehension between student taught using code switching and student taught using English-only instruction? The scale of measurement is interval scale. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference between student reading comprehension taught using code switching and those taught using English-only instruction. And the alternative hypothesis is there is a significant difference between student reading comprehension using code switching and those taught using English instruction. The statistical analysis. This study used the Mann-Whitney U-test to examine the difference in student reading comprehension between the experimental and control group. This test was chosen because the study involved two independent groups, a small sample size, and non-parametric data, making it an appropriate alternative to the independent sample t-test. The data were analyzed using SPSS with a significance level of alpha 0.05. And this is the data. Group A is experimental group, Group B is control group. In Group A have 11 students, Group B 10 students. Dan ini adalah langkah-langkah untuk mengolah data-data tersebut. Pertama adalah developing hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no significant difference between student reading comprehension taught using code switching and those taught using English-only instruction. And the alternative hypothesis is there is a significant difference between student reading comprehension taught using code switching and those taught using English-only instruction. And the next is using SPSS. Bagaimana langkah-langkahnya ketika mengolah data menggunakan SPSS? Pertama adalah open the variable view. Kedua, type score in name and student score in label. Type group in name and identify the control and experiment in value. The next is input the data. The next is click analyze, non-parametric test and legacy dialog, and independent sample. Move the variable student score to test variable. Move group to grouping variable. Choose Mann-Whitney. Click define group. Type 1 in group 1 and type 2 in group 2. And the next is click continue and the last is OK. After follow uh, steps how to using SPSS, didapatkan hasil seperti ini. The p-value or significant is 0.003, which is smaller than 0.05. It means that the null hypothesis is rejected. It can be concluded that code switching is effective in improving student reading comprehension. Let's move to the second case, correlation research case. The research title is the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their achievement in the writing course. The student vocabulary mastery is predictor variable and writing achievement is outcome variable. The context is writing is an important skill in learning English. However, many students experience difficulties in expressing idea in written form. One factor that may contribute to this problem is limited vocabulary mastery. Therefore, the study conducted a correlational research to examine the relationship between student vocabulary mastery and their writing achievement. The data were collected from students enrolled in a writing course. Vocabulary mastery was measured using a vocabulary test, while writing achievement was measured using writing test scores. The research problem: is there a significant correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their writing achievement? The scale of measurement is interval scale and ordinal scale. The hypothesis, the null hypothesis, there is no significant correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their writing achievement. Alternative hypothesis, there is a significant correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their writing achievement. Statistical analysis. The researcher used Spearman correlation because the data consists of ordinal and interval scale, where the ordinal data are not normally distributed. The classification of student vocabulary mastery: very high is 5, high 4, moderate 3, low 2, and very low 1. And this is the data score for student writing and student vocabulary mastery. Langkah-langkah untuk mengolah data pertama adalah developing hypothesis and using SPSS. How to use SPSS? Pertama adalah open the variable view and type vocabulary in the name column and student vocabulary mastery in the label. Yang kedua, type score in the name column and student writing score in the label. Move to data view and input the data. Click Analyze, next Correlate, and Bivariate. Move the vocabulary and student writing score to the right box. Tick Experiment and OK. Lebih jelasnya lagi, mari kita lihat video berikut ini. Setelah mengolah data menggunakan SPSS, didapatkan hasil seperti ini. Based on the result of Spearman correlation analysis, the correlation coefficient between student vocabulary mastery and their writing achievement is 0.794. This value indicates a strong positive correlation between the two variables. It means that students with higher vocabulary mastery tend to obtain higher writing scores, while students with lower vocabulary mastery tend to achieve lower writing score. The significant value obtained is 0.001, which is smaller than the significant level 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis is rejected. I think it's enough for my presentation today. Mohon maaf jika banyak kesalahan dan kekurangan. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.